What's up, guys? Memo from CNS Drywall. We're here spraying the last bit of this house. Just under 3 hours, I think. So the texture spray I'm using, the GRACO RTX Finish 1500. Some of the essentials that I do when I spray is a hat to try to keep as much mist out of my eyes. A disposable mask. I could wear the filtered, the one with the P. I think it's P99, which filters way more, but since it gets trashed, I just like throw it away right after. And ISO-tuned earplugs or any type of earplugs, but I like to listen to music while I spray so I don't get bored. And it helps protect your ears. That way when your wife tells you about her day when you get home, you don't say what, and then you start fighting and whatnot. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of methods. How I spray, I like to go on the perimeter first, and then I go this way, and then cross hatch it. You could also, some guys like to just do little circles. Whatever you do, especially when you're spraying with, you can see the consistency of our mud. It's fairly watered down. The main reason I did that is our power source is about 100 feet away, and you can see something. You can see we just made it. The spider box is all the way on the other unit, and I was a little nervous as to whether the machine was going to be able to. I was a little nervous as to whether the machine was going to be able to handle it, but it did. As you can see, we sprayed, showing the rest of the house. We sprayed the high, no problem. The living room, upstairs, 4 bedrooms. It's a decent sized house. But anyways, so we ran a 100-foot cord, and a quick tip when you're spraying, if you're not sure if it's going to overheat or not, before the machine goes, every so often just touch the cords. If you're running a heavy duty 14 gauge on a 14 gauge, it shouldn't be an issue, even though they don't recommend going 100 feet. The most they recommend is 50 feet, but in this occasion, they handled it no problem. But just every so often touch the cord. If it's a little hot, that's normal, but if it burns your hand, then, you know, let the machine rest a little before it goes. So anyways, the mixture is nice and soft. We put about 3.5 liters of water. 4, depending on how much mud is in the bucket.
Hey, this is me, David, from CNS Drywall.
Alright guys, so this is a level 5 paddle. We've been using it for a while now. Funny story. I accidentally ordered 4 of these at Amazon, but since they're so good, I just kept all of them. Anyways, this paddle is perfect for mixing when we're texturing because it doesn't dig into the side of the buckets, creating little plastic shavings that get in your mud and come out when you spray. But anyways, what we do is we fill it up to about that level worth of green mud, and we like, since nobody has a water jug, we just buy a bunch of 1.5 liter bottles at 7-Eleven. So we took one, just take the top off, and we fill this up 4 times into that. That way the mud stays nice and consistent. And this is what it comes out to. Yeah. So you want it to be nice and watery like that. That way you don't force the machine. Everything runs nice and smooth. The gauge, the material flow, I don't dial it all the way, because there's no need. When you're thinning out the mud that much, I kind of go a little bit past the quarter mark, and that's more than enough for the speed. You can see when I turn it on. At that pressure, I sprayed this house in under 3 hours. So let me show you what I'm talking about. And depending on how wet your mixture is, it also how much, if you have the gauge, this rental has a material gauge, the flow rate. So the thinner it is, the less the machine needs to work, because you don't have to turn the knob all the way, forcing it to pump as much as it possibly can. For this house, the gauge went, that's pretty much where it kept it throughout the whole house. And this is a finish we sprayed. Let's see if there's a dry area somewhere over here. You can see a little better. Okay, there you go. So you can see it's like a medium orange peel. We did the entire house in just under 3 hours. How much sheets was this house, David?
Like 220?
220, yeah, around there. So, I mean, it's a decent sized house. It's identical to, let me go in the front so you guys can see. Decent height, that's 20 feet. So we had to spray off the little giant, which is perfect for a house like this, because we can change the levels to reach up there. Oh. Screens, we didn't want to get dirty, so they're out here. It's my truck, it's David's truck. All right, let's get a street view how big these houses are. Well, that's how long they are. These two are identical. We sprayed that one a little bit, maybe about 3 weeks ago before vacation. This is the view.